Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is, TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. Period. Period.
White people, though, let me say this. Y'all need some nigga.
Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel, Naughty Love Movement. It's your host Naughty, bring you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. Hope everybody's having a wonderful week so far. I see you, Saint Hudson. Hey Booski. Thank y'all for joining me. Please thumbs up this video. It's so much going on, and I have a lot going on in life. Life is just lifing for me too, guys. Okay. But I get to it. I get up here with the trending topics and things like that, and I've been seeing everything. But the thing that stood out to me, the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch got arrested by the Eastern District of New York FBI. Child, it's going down. It's going down. And Cat Williams called it, right? They're busting rings up everywhere. Please thumbs up this video. So there was a press conference about an hour ago breaking down the details of this trafficking ring. And Naughty Crew, trigger warning, YouTube doesn't really like content like this, but we got to get the word out there anyway, and let people be aware of what's going on around them. So please thumbs up the video. I want to get into Liam Payne. There's some connection. And look, all roads lead back to the diddler. Period. All roads lead back to the diddler. All right. Thumbs up this video. Share it out so that share it out so that we can get the word out there, because I just kind of just jumped on here just because I felt like it around this time. So yeah. So the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch has been arrested. All roads lead back to the diddler. I'm telling you. Let's get into this commentary.
Abercrombie and Fitch, Mike Jeffries, has been arrested on federal sex trafficking charges. A live look from Brooklyn at the U.S.
Yes, he has been arrested. So it ain't a black thing. It ain't a white thing. Let's find out who this is, okay? Oh, he looks weird. He looks weird. Yeah. He looked like he'll be into some mess. Here, let me show y'all. Here he is. Mike Jeffries. You can't trust nobody with two first names as a name. Yeah, but he looks weird. Let's see what kind of pictures USA Today have. He looks weird. To all you sexual deviants, yes, this is y'all year. This is y'all year. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Swirl Game. Don't he look weird? All roads, I'm sure, lead back to the diddler. I'm gonna just say it. Even with Liam Payne, okay, for him to, they found the Tootsie in his system. He looks weird. Yuck. Well, he is alleged a trafficker, okay? Cat Williams said it. That Club Shay Shay interview. That Cat Williams interview is everything. Cat called it, okay?
Is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all.
That's all. That's all to it. All lies are being exposed. Naughty Crew, please thumbs up this video. Yes, yes. So the CEO of Abercrombie and Fitch, okay? So for those who are out there saying, oh, they're taking down the black man, no, they're taking down all these deviants. And we want to talk about it. Everything we discuss here falls under fair use commentary, okay? And it's for educational purposes, and of course, these are our views and opinions, all right? And opinions are not facts. All right, we're just having a simple discussion. All right. So we falling under Copyright Act 1976. All right. Fair use purposes. Thumbs up this video. Let's get into it. Expose them all.
Attorney's Office and FBI speaking about the charges. Let's listen in.
2014, Michael Jeffries was the chief executive officer of Abercrombie and Fitch. Abercrombie was a widely known clothing retailer with stores around the world. Aspiring fashion models knew that a place on one of Abercrombie's iconic ads could be the ticket to success in the modeling industry. But while Jeffries was the CEO of one of the most recognizable clothing retailers in the world, he was using his power, his wealth, and his influence to traffic men for his own sexual pleasure and that of his romantic partner, Matthew Smith. The charging documents describe in graphic and disturbing detail the violent and exploitive acts these defendants perpetrated, for which they will now face justice in a court here in the Eastern District of New York. So here's what's alleged in the indictment. Jeffries and Smith employed James Jacobson to act as a recruiter to find men. Jacobson engaged in, quote, tryouts with men across the world where he would typically pay them to engage in sex acts with him. Following the tryouts with Jacobson, Smith would often then personally approve whether the men who were selected would meet Jeffries and Smith. The defendants would fly the selected men to Jeffries and Smith's homes in the Hamptons in New York City, or to hotels around the world in such places as England, France, Italy, Morocco, and St. Bart's, for the purpose of attending events to engage in commercial sex. But beyond simply hiring men for sex, Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobson used force, fraud, and coercion to traffic those men for their own sexual gratification. For example, as alleged, the defendants employed a referral system and an interview process that did not inform the men of the details of the sex events before they attended, including the full extent and nature of the sexual activity that would be required of the men at these events. They caused the men to believe that attending these sex events could yield modeling opportunities with Abercrombie or otherwise benefit their careers. Smith and Jeffries employed a secret staff to operate these sex events. The staff ensured that the men signed non-disclosure agreements and handed over their personal items, such as their phones, before the start of the events to maintain the secrecy of these events. The defendants caused the men to believe that not complying with requests for certain acts, sex acts during the events, could harm their careers. The defendants pressured the men to consume alcohol, Viagra, and muscle relaxants known as poppers during the sex events. And they required the presence of staff during the
Poppers? Jesus Christ. I'm surprised at this because it was a whole male ring, basically. It dealt only in males. So I'm just like, wow. But it's the coercion, the force, the using their celebrity to get people to commit these acts. That's where the law is broken. New age prostitution.
the sexual activity and ensured that the men did not leave the sex events until Jeffries and Smith decided that the sessions were over. Also, as alleged, on more than one occasion, Jeffries and Smith either directed others to inject or personally injected men with an erection-inducing substance for the purpose of causing the men to engage in sex acts the men were incapable of engaging in or unwilling to engage in. Additionally, the indictment alleges on more than one occasion when men did not or could not consent, Jeffries and Smith violated the bodily integrity of these men by subjecting them or continuing to subject them to invasive sexual and violent contact by body parts and other objects. As alleged in the indictment, Jeffries, Smith, and Jacobson didn't just carry this activity on for a couple of occasions. Their sex trafficking and prostitution enterprise lasted at least from the end of 2008 until early 2015. During that period, the defendants hired dozens of men and transported them to New York and around the globe. They spent millions of dollars on a massive infrastructure to support this operation and maintain its secrecy. This included hundreds, thousands of dollars of cash for commercial sex, prolific amounts of money for staff to run the sex events, money for domestic travel, international travel, hotel rooms, services from a security company, and Jacobson's salary, among other things. Now, this investigation remains ongoing. Although there are 15 John Does identified as victims in this indictment, this interstate prostitution venture encompassed dozens and dozens of men. And I encourage anyone with information about this case, including anyone who was a victim of the defendant's alleged crimes, to contact the FBI. 1-800-CALL-FBI. Now, I want to thank the victims who have already come forward for sharing their stories. Prosecutions like this are really impossible without the bravery of victims who are willing to report what happened to them to law enforcement. This office, the Department of Justice, and its law enforcement partners will continue to work tirelessly to protect victims from powerful individuals who use their wealth and their influence to exploit and harm others for sexual gratification.
Yes, get them, cause get them. They've been playing in our face with a celebrity for years. That's why Blink Twice was possible. Zoe Kravitz knew what she was doing when she dropped that movie. Okay, it's a classic Diddy party or whatever. So yeah, this sounds like a freak off. I saw you, Swirl Game, exactly. And don't be surprised if they don't connect it to the diddler. All roads lead back to Diddy. Okay. Him and his friends going to prison.
In addition to my team, I'd like to give special thanks to FBI Special Agent Amanda Young and NYPD Detectives Paul Byrne and Antonio Pagan, who have worked hard on this investigation in the pursuit of justice. I'll now turn it over to FBI Assistant Director in Charge, Dempsey.
Exactly. She was letting us know it's more than just Diddy. You know, it's your accountant or it could be anybody. All right. So, okay, looks like the Justice Department, they're just doing their job all of a sudden. You know, it's only been able to operate for the past 30 years, but I guess better late than never to the party, right? You know, on the tail end of this, did he get hit with another lawsuit? Shout out to It's On Site, and allegedly the victim was 13 years old when this happened. Okay, and this goes back to the 2002 or no, the 2000 VMA awards. Yes, okay. And so like I'm like, how did a 13-year-old get to hang around this? And I remember, oh yeah, there's the crowd outside. So I got the Googling Naughty Crew. And I was like, oh, so you know how they used to have everybody outside hanging out trying to get a camera op, or just get their eyes on celebrities. It was a big, big thing. And so a bunch of pictures came up. And that's when we knew during the J-Lo era, when Diddy and J-Lo were together or whatever. Please thumbs up this video. Hey, MBMB. Yeah, it's known in the fashion industry that there are a bunch of creeps up in there. The fashion industry, the music industry, the movie industry, they're all weirdos. Weirdos. But I find it odd, like all these rings are being bust up, and then all of a sudden you still also have celebrity death hand in hand with Liam. And I did my backgrounds on Liam. All roads lead back to Diddy. He dated Naomi Campbell. You think it's a coincidence that his autopsy reveals that he had the Tootsie in his stream? Like, mm-mm. And Naomi Campbell was just exposed for her charity fraud. All right, shout out to this on site. Diddy accused of allegedly actually assaulting a 13-year-old girl with two other celebrities at the 2000 VMA after party. All right, so from what I gather, the girl got someone to take her down because she wanted to see the red carpet. And upon her trying to get in to the VMA, she was unable to get in, but a limousine driver that she bumped into. All right. Sorry guys. Yeah. So she was talking to the limousine driver, and he told her, like, oh, there's an after party and Diddy is looking for younger girls. So the limousine driver was in on it. You know what I mean? And that's how she ended up at this after party at 13. Creeper. Creepy. So the new lawsuit accuses Diddy and 2 other celebrities of rape at a 2000 VMA after party. And Combs is facing new allegations in the lawsuit that accuses him and 2 other celebrities of SA of a 13-year-old girl at the MTV VMA Awards after party in September of 2000. The lawsuit filed by Jane Doe claims that the then 13-year-old was invited to the after party by a limousine driver who told her she fit what Diddy was looking for. And I mean, as a 13-year-old, she's just like, what? Yeah, Diddy wants me? Oh my gosh, she fanned out. She don't know no better. She don't know what she getting into. So at the party, she was allegedly given a spiked drink, you know, the same formula, and later assaulted by Combs and an unnamed male celebrity while an unnamed female celebrity watched. The lawsuit is part of a series of new civil lawsuits filed against Combs, which includes allegations of drugging and SA from as far back as 2000 and then as recently as 2022. And so this comes out of the, you know, Busby is rolling out all the lawsuits and getting his pockets lined. And I really believe that a lot of people, they know they're not going to get any money from this or whatever, but they just want to get their stories out, right? And then Busby is doing it for the publicity. Period. Like, he doesn't really care about the victims. He cares about the reputation of his law firm ultimately. So what better way to drive business than to jump on the hottest story? Because, like, why would people contact this law firm? No, he has somebody behind the scenes, Busby, working this, you know? So yeah, all these deviants are going to jail, prison. Yes. Okay. But then you got Diddy sympathizer like this trying to throw a monkey wrench in instead of minding their own business and worrying about their lawsuits. Yeah, you got Diddy sympathizers like this. DJ Scam V. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. Says that Diddy deserves bond, okay, and his trolling ass. All right. Are you gonna deserve bond, DJ Envy? When you get all caught up. Yeah.
Like freaky. So the fact that he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube just means he just like to get shit popping, and there's nothing wrong. There's nothing illegal about that. I don't like how people convict him before hearing all of the evidence, right? I didn't like the fact that they didn't give him a bond. Diddy has 3 kids without a mom, right? Kim Porter passed away, so he has 2 twins that are.
Wait a minute. What's his kids got? He don't care about his kids? Envy. You didn't see during the raid when they approached him at the airport and he had his drug mule with him and his teenage daughters. What the kids got to do with it, Envy? Child, please. This mofo is full of it.
They're 17 years old that don't have their dad right now and probably won't have their dad for the next 2 years until the trial is over. I feel like he should have got a bond and been able to fight this outside. Why?
Did he give all his victims a bond? Did he give all his victims a break, a chance? You sound like a plumb fool, Envy.
He did. Harvey Weinstein had a bond. Bill Cosby had a bond. Now, the stories that I'm.
Oh, so you're just going to skip over the fact that he was coercing and intimidating witnesses, and that's why he's in there. Are we just going to forget all about that? The selective outrage for me.
Hearing, like I said, I don't know. Hopefully soon we'll see evidence, but I do think it's sad that somebody with such a great legacy is destroyed because of the things that he did. Now, if he.
Excuse me, the way it's looking, they not going to have their dad. They not going to have their brothers. Okay? Yeah. Come on now.
Did do the things that they said that he did, he should go to jail for a long time. I will say this, Diddy's a freaky nigga. Like freaky. So the fact that he has 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lube just
That's not what's in question. We don't care about his freak number. What we care about is the people that he forced to do things against their will. That's what we care about. You know how he forced Cassie and dragged her by the hair down that hallway to force her into a freak off. I don't know, Envy. Would you change your tune if it was one of your kids, or you just don't give a fuck? See, these radio personalities, they scrambling, you know, because they know music is changing. It's over. Okay. You had Gucci Mane out here talking about he ain't having no he dropping all his artists. He giving me broke vibes. You know, they realize in Naughty Crew that they can no longer lie to us and say they're rich. They're realizing that we're finding out how broke the industry is, and they can no longer continue to front. And they need to scale back. I mean, Gucci Man, I don't know. How many successful artists have he really produced? I mean, like, can your label even compete with the major labels? And they're laying people off. So, like, they love to play in our face. Right. Imagine the type of PTSD Cassie has. Right. Diddy's gone. Even the best deal can't help him. He can be a mogul in jail. Yeah, you know, and I that's why they starting to let people out like the Menendez brothers and stuff, because they gotta make room for the trafficking rings that they about to bust up. That's what's going on here, okay? And the fact that they clear boys. Okay? That's what's going on here. But this one here, he said, I'm gonna keep my foot on his neck. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. 50 Cent says he is going to continue to troll Diddy. I'm in ex-trafficking trial. It seems like I'm doing some extremely outrageous things. It's really just me saying what I've been saying for 10 years. Period. Good afternoon. Be more shorty. Y'all know 50 my favorite troll. Do I agree with everything he do? No, but he my favorite troll. See, this person said, she said, I know whoever shot him 9 times was mad as hell when he survived. Yes, this person said he's been saying it. You can't be mad at him. He did ish like this to Diddy face. Nobody runs 50. Period. He worked for himself, and I'm with that same sentiment. Like, I work for myself. Nobody runs me. Nobody runs me. Nobody runs me. I work for myself, and people be mad at that. They get jealous of that type of energy. But these celebrities, they playing in our face hard, you know. Even Rick Ross, like, he want us to believe that he not gay for the Boulay Naughty Crew. Please thumbs up the video, you know. So he's doing stuff like this, making his relationship public. Well, how many you gonna go through, Ricky Rose? This like your 4th girlfriend this year.
I don't have a job. I work. I own businesses. My business.
Child, he hired you to be the beard. Just call it what it is, all right? You the new beard. It's okay. I ain't mad. Get your money.
What's up, y'all?
Do it.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Ricky Rose in the building. The biggest, you already know what it is. Nino Breeze.
These celebrities are scrambling. They're all doing image rehab because they trying to avoid being tied up in this Diddy stuff. Okay, they doing anything. They doing anything strange for change these days. Everybody is on the image rehab. Okay, you even got Usher showing up to endorse Kamala Harris. Like we going, like that's going to quiet us down, Usher. We still want to know, why did you take Justin Bieber to the diddler? But they think if they play in our face long enough, that will change the subject. But we want to know, Usher. Yeah. Usher, why don't you tell us how you last so long in the industry, over 30 years from
Hey man, can I ask for your advice on something?
Yeah. You know what? I feel sorry that I didn't get a chance to watch it. I was actually performing at Barclays and felt a little irresponsible to have 14 people's undivided attention on something that they really should have been focusing on, which was the debate. I mean, it's been a lot of talk this morning, huh?
Yeah. That was Usher on The View on September 11th, sidestepping, talking about the U.S. presidential election the morning after the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. But Joy Behar was not going to let Usher off the hook so easy.
I always say that in this emergency that we're in, I think that behooves artists to come out and speak for Kamala against Donald Trump, because he is an existential threat to the country. What do you say to that?
You know what? I don't get too deep into politics. I didn't get a chance to watch the debate last night. I obviously have been watching like everybody else. I think voting is an individual choice.
And I applauded Usher for his very diplomatic and...
Yeah, so that's Usher's stance. Hold on, let me get to...
Kamala Harris even more. I want her to be our next president of the United States.
Yeah, what a difference, 5 weeks. And...
Wow, okay. Yeah, a little image rehab for you, Naughty Crew. Yup. That's what Usher wants us to believe. He's political now. You know, like a lot of these influencers and stuff, they want us to believe they all political and they care. They want us to act like we don't know that they get paid to take certain stamps. You know, they playing in our face. And Usher is trying to avoid getting called in as a witness. And I remind you, Naughty Crew, just like you know, when Usher had lawsuits against him for spreading the herp, you know. Usher's $20 million herp lawsuit has been dismissed. He ended up settling with everyone. Where did you get the herp from? You know, Usher like to lie in our face. Usher responds to the herpes lawsuit and denies he exposed plaintiff to STD. He's a master manipulator. He likes to lie. He was trained by the best, the diddler. Little media training. Yes, he did, child. All right, so all these celebs are scrambling. They're trying to do anything to save their image. They're trying to distance themselves, even though we know they have connections. There's been plenty of pictures through the year. You know how like Jay-Z is trying to act like him and Diddy aren't besties. They want us. He wants us to believe that they are not close anymore. Mm-hmm. And all you see is pictures of them everywhere. That's what 150 posted, like Jay-Z on a missing carton. But you could just put in both their names and all the pictures would come out. Look at them. Don't they look like a happy couple? Matching and stuff. They're well coordinated. But everywhere you go, when you Google, you see Jay-Z and the Diddler. They are besties. That's what I agree with Jason Lee. The voice, it's getting louder and louder. The conversation around Jay. Getting louder and louder. It looks like they have a great bromance going, But everybody's being exposed. Everybody's being exposed. You think it's a coinky-dink that Liam's autopsy came back with the Tootsie? You think it's a coincidence that old footage of Liam talking about Diddy and Jay-Z and how intimidating they were? You think that's a coincidence? Right? They saying he had pink Tootsie in his system. They also are saying that he got word from his label that he was dropped from the label. Okay? That's how they like to play in our faces, Naughty Curl. This is how they like to play in our faces. So they saying that he was dropped from his label. And who runs the label? Lucian Grange. Name sound familiar? Yeah, because it's been mentioned in several of the Diddy lawsuits. Let's see what the Daily Mail have to say. So, record company bosses quietly dropped Liam Payne because they thought his music wouldn't win over One Direction fans. So, Liam Payne was quietly dropped by his record label because they feared the music he wanted to make wouldn't win over his One Direction fan base, sources have claimed. Daily Mail previously revealed the late singer, who died at the age of 31 on Wednesday after falling from a third floor of a hotel in the Argentine capital of Buenos Aires, was served a devastating blow by Universal Music, who put the second album on hold before dropping him. And now insiders have claimed the industry bigwigs cut ties with Payne in part because of the type of music he loved making. So it looks like Daily Mail has a source, and they said Liam wanted to make the sort of music he enjoyed, but his label believed it wouldn't win over 1D fans. So there were disagreements about the way his brand should have been marked. Oh, we all know the big labels, they love to control it. That's what it's about. Like, that's what those contracts about. They're about enslaving the artists. Okay. But do you think it's a coincidence? Okay, Lucian Grange and Diddy have been in business for a long time. They go way back. They go way back. He was also named in Diddy's lawsuits. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He's another weird looking Caucasian. And Don Richard's lawsuit, he was mentioned. That's the most recent one he was mentioned in. And then one other one, he was listed. But they were really close. Excuse me. Look, Lucian Grange, his money working for him, dropped from Diddy lawsuit. Yeah. It's going down. It's going down. But now everyone wants to distance themselves from the diddler, but they were down when they were hosting those parties. All roads lead back to the diddler. And Liam also dated Naomi Campbell. So he knows Diddy. He knows the diddler. Did y'all hear on the tail end of T.I. and Tiny winning that $71 million lawsuit? And Zanique out here prancing around showing off all the money with her lazy self, buying new cars and stuff. Well, meantime, T.I. was slapped with a massive tax lien months before scoring a $71 million in court. Child. So according to court documents obtained by In Touch, the 44-year-old was hit with a federal tax lien on June 13th. The government said the entertainer failed to pay his full bill for 2 years. The lien said T.I.'s real name, Clifford Harris, owes $383,512 for 2021 and $2,142,360 for 2022. And the grand total for the lien is $2,525,000. Okay, so I guess they got that payout just in time. Okay. The liens accused the couple of failing to pay $1.3 million for 2012 and another $3 million for 2013 following the 2015 tax drama. T.I. and Tiny, 49, paid off millions in back taxes and had not been hit with any liens until this year. Yeah, because the industry is broke. That's why you're seeing all these artists doing shows and everything like that, because they got to generate income. Right. OMG money been dried up. She had a baby with a bum. I know that's right. Be more shorty. Hey, Tales from the Purgatory. Yeah. Yeah. But what you seeing is the money that all these people claim they have. They don't. They broke. Mm-hmm. Because streaming basically dried up the industry. Lamar Odom, he is coming. Hey, D. Smith, he came out in regards to Liam and him taking the pink cocaine. Lamar Odom says his use of pink Cocalina made him hear voices, believes Liam Payne was experiencing the same thing. Shout out to the Jasmine Band. Lamar Odom reflected on his own experience with street drugs following Liam Payne's toxicology report suggests that substances could have caused hallucination. Period. But you know how they do in Hollywood. They'll send someone for you. They'll give you a hot pill and you don't even know it, and it's laced with something crazy. You need to take some of that money and get a facial. So they getting the YouTube folk out the paint too, huh? Get them all right. Right. Why they proclaim to have all this money though, MB. You know, they flash their fabulous lifestyle in front of us. Hey, man. But they really broke. And they get clothes for free and PR purposes, right? St. Hudson. Hey, Swirl Gang. Now they getting hip to doing YouTube, right? Yeah, Wesley Snipes did go to jail for taxes. Please thumbs up the video. Yeah. But what you seeing is Hollywood getting exposed. They really broke. Half of them live paycheck to paycheck. Half of them live paycheck to paycheck. Shout out to the Jasmine brand. There's a lawyer that spoke out and she breaks down this new lawsuit. You know, I just wanted to hear her perspective from a legal standpoint. So you know me, not the crew. I got to share it with you guys. Let's hear what she has to say.
I just read all 62 pages of the newest Diddy lawsuit, and by far this is the most disturbing thing I've ever read. This is the point where I usually tell you to grab a cocktail, but this time I'm asking you to grab some tissue and definitely your earphones. Ashley Parham is the newest plaintiff to file suit against Diddy, but she also is suing a few others. She's also suing Christina Coram, here she is, Shane Pierce, and 3 John Does and 1 Jane Doe. And for those who don't know, John Doe and Jane Doe is a fictitious name that is used when the person's real name is unknown or being concealed. What we do know about these people is that Christina is an employee of Diddy. She's also known as his right-hand woman. And Shane, unfortunately, is someone that Ashley considered to be a friend. Back in February of 2018, Shane and Ashley met. He actually came to her rescue as she was getting into an altercation with another man at a bar. After the whole ordeal, a bunch of people are standing outside the bar talking, and then Shane decides to FaceTime Diddy, kind of showing everyone, look who my friend is, I'm important. Ashley kind of makes a face and is completely unimpressed, and I just read all 62 pages of the newest Diddy lawsuit, and by far this is the most disturbing first days of her life. After she arrives, they make small talk. He tells her how he just got this new car and he wants to give her a spin. Now we know hindsight is 2020, but this is a sign. How you too weak to open medicine, but you well enough to drive? Nonetheless, they head for a little spin in his car and head back onto the house. Once back inside his apartment, she notices that he leaves the door slightly open, so she mentions it to him and he says, oh, you know, the door's been tripping. I told maintenance about it. They should be fixing it soon. About 10 minutes later, guess who comes right on in? You guessed it, Diddy.
It's a setup, and that's like these men, they be so thirsty for vengeance. They'll set you up just to have that power and control over you. It's scary out here the way like these guys be like, and especially like if you tell them no or whatever, they'll plot against you like you're their enemy just because you told them no and you're not interested. So they just feel entitled and that you're supposed to just give in to them or whatever. And it's just like, no, I'm allowed to tell you no. Get out of here. I can't stand that. But a lot of men are very vengeful and their ego and their pride cannot take a female turning them down. It's like, how dare you? Like, it's not our choice to say no to you. And so as a result of that, you sit and plot against me. You set me up and force me. Like, that shit is weird. They not like us, Tarshella. They not like us. But you got to be careful out here. To all my ladies, you got to be careful because these men, they really, really be in their feelings once you tell them no. Today I'm going to meet up with my friends. We are going for like a pasta happy hour at this Italian spot. Yes, Tales from a Purgatory. Yes. It's been covered because they all keep secrets like it's a cult. Like it's a cult. Toya Johnson brother out here tripping. I knew it was that one. It's the one that wanted to do music. Crack on the plan. The one that wanted to do music. Y'all remember him? And she had got him a studio session. He was like doing Toya dirty. This is like the entitlement of these men. It just be crazy to me. Like she not it's not up to her to get your career popping. It's up to him. He's still crashing.
My sister doing her, living life, exploring the fucking world, all this shit here, and you thinking I got my hand out to her. It's my story, telling our story. It started with Nita. It started with me. You can't skip no line. I'm paying attention to what's happening. I ain't getting no visits. I ain't getting no money. I ain't getting none of that from y'all. So stop putting it like I'm coming out here with my fucking hand out. I ain't using nobody up out here. I'm not scamming, finessing people. I understand if you're giving me advice, you love me. You know, the belief in me goes far beyond belief. It extends to some type of faith. Because you can't tell somebody that they believe you, they believe in you, but their actions don't contribute to none of that type of belief. It don't go further than word. Oh, I believe in you. Oh, that's nice, Walt. That's
Yo, she did all she could. She got you studio time. You are supposed to then take over from there. No, nigga, you want her to continue to pay for your life and she not be. Grow the fuck up.
Nice, Walt. Man, but you see me been working my ass off to build this. Now I got this built. And all you're gonna tell me is that's nice. What you want?
First of all, pay attention to the signs. His name is Walter. This is Walter. Toya brother. Pay attention to the signs, sir. There's no money in the music industry. If you ain't pop by now, you not hot, sir. You had a national TV platform your sister gave you. If you didn't pop off from there, you not hot. That's just the bottom line. You just want it to be easy for her to walk you into the industry and get you a contract, but that's the fastest way artists go broke, sir. They go broke. When they get other people to finance their career, that's the fastest way they go broke. And the next best thing, the best thing to do is to be independent. You don't even need these big labels to pop off. And I just feel like this. If you ain't pop by now, sir, what are you mad about? You just don't got it. You don't got it.
Want me to go, oh, all right, go get a job, Walt. I'm a 3-time felon. I'm independent, bro. Corporate America isn't hiring me. Who expecting a handout? Telling you.
Yo, you can start your own business. You don't have to work for someone. You could start your own business. You could work for yourself since you have a horrible record. Yo, I just be feeling bad for Toya because he be like taking it out on her because of his failures in life. He really, really jealous, Walter. He really jealous of his sister. Yeah, like you still screaming about getting on. How much validation she got to give you? Look at this fool. He's still crying about the same thing from when he was on the reality show.
My little sister doing her, living life, exploring the fucking world. All
you heard that? My little sister doing her, living life. He jealous. He jealous. A jealous man is a dangerous man, Naughty Crew.
This shit here, and you thinking I got my hand out to her. It's my story, telling our story. It started with Nita. It started with me.
It's also her story. It's not just your story alone, sir. These men is shot the fuck out. The entitlement.
You can't skip no line. I'm paying attention to what's happening. I ain't getting no visits. I ain't getting no money. I ain't getting none of that from y'all.
Oh, so now you mad because I didn't want you a 3-time felon, and you mad I didn't want to expose myself to that environment, and I didn't want to support your criminal behavior. So you mad? Cause like if that's my choice. I don't have to support you. I don't have to support you. You made the choices to get in jail. Why should I have to pay? Man up, and you got taken on the chin like a man. Sometimes it's like that. And you a 3-time felon, so maybe your sister got tired, sir. Maybe she got tired of enabling your behind. Maybe she had to give you some tough love. Okay? But how much do you think Toya is supposed to do for you, sir? You grown man. You a grown man expecting your little sister to walk you into a contract. And sir, you hollering and screaming. The music industry is a buzz. Like Glorilla, she was lucky. I think she sold something like 70,000 copies. Yeah, like people aren't selling millions of records anymore, sir. It's all about streams. And you got to have an image. And judging by this video, you look a bit unhinged, sir. And nobody wants to invest in brands like that. That they can't rely on, that is not going to be reproduced. Now, Toya done had you on all her reality shows and let you advertise your music. She even got your studio time. Sir, if you didn't pop off by now, you're not popping. I mean, that's the reality. Like you a grown-ass man. You old as hell trying to be a rapper.
Y'all, so stop putting it like I'm coming out here with my fucking hand out.
You are, though. You are. You definitely coming out here with your hand. You been had your hand out. But you just want Toya to keep giving. She done all she could for you, sir. Man up. Man up.
I ain't using nobody up out here. I'm not scamming, finessing people.
I understand if you're giving me advice, you love me. You know, the belief in me goes far beyond belief. It extends to some type of faith. Because you can't tell somebody that they believe you, they believe in you, but their actions don't contribute to none of that type of belief.
How much action she got to do? And sir, that's what you want. She opened the door for you and told you what needs to happen. She got you some studio time. It's up to you. Toya is not in the music industry. Her ex-husband is. It's like you want her to set up a meeting with Lil Wayne or something. They probably not even close like that because Reginae is grown. Toya has a new family. Red is not in the industry at all. And Toya is suffering, sir. And you out here acting a plum fool. She just had fibroid surgery. And you got to make it all about you. Okay, Walt.
It don't go further than word. Oh, I believe in you. Oh, that's nice, Walt. That's nice, Walt. Man, but you see me been working my ass off to build this. Now I got this built. And all you're going to tell me is, that's nice.
See, Walt is a bottomless pit. It's never enough for him. It's never enough. What you want her to do? What you expect her to do, Walt? Only thing she can do is hear your work. Okay, it's nice. I hope you make it. Like, what more you want from her?
You want me to go, oh, all right, go get a job, Walt. I'm a 3-time felon. I'm independent.
That's your fault, Walt. That's your fault. You a grown man. You a grown man. Ooh, child, I be feeling bad for Toya. And she said it'd be hurting her feelings because he goes off. he goes off, cursing her out and stuff like that. That's nothing but jealousy. Speaking of doing strange things for a piece of change, okay? It looks like Alexis Sky is the latest person that Trump has paid to promote his political party, his MAGNA party, okay? Let me see if I can find it. It probably got... So Alexis Sky, she had came out here talking about she is voting for Trump. Here we go. Shout out to Baller Alert for this. You know, I'm so tired of these hoes playing in my face. You know, you got her, Black China. They all went on this purifying journey and they're changing their lives. And this hoe, she couldn't keep it up. So that just goes to show how far people will go to get money. They'll even fake like they walking down this holy path all of a sudden. Krishan is doing it right now. Talking about she on her purity journey or whatever. They playing in our face and they all liars. It gets on my freaking nerves. But Alexis Sky had did an interview endorsing Trump. And when I seen it, I said, this hoe don't vote. She don't know nothing about politics. All right, let's get into it.
Voting for Trump.
What's the energy behind it? What's the thought process
I just feel like when Trump was around, I just feel like things were different. But people have their opinion on him. I do think that Trump could be a little extra, but he gets the job done.
So do you have conversations with your friends about politics?
All my friends are voting for Trump. I feel like the younger generation, Trump has a lock.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, because just it was more money flowing for us.
Shut up. She's saying anything. That's the number one ignorant statement that a lot of Black folks say when they want to justify voting for a racist, okay? Mm-hmm.
So what do you think is the reason why people aren't voting?
I think people talk about it like they want Trump, but some people are lazy and they don't want to get up and go vote, which voting does matter because...
Like, you lazy because you won't go get a job. You'll do anything for a check. Anything. Sell your Tootsie Cat, your Cootie Cat. You'll sell your soul for a check. You know, in Alexis Sky, first of all, when I found out how that baby ultimately came up handicapped, it was on some Krishan Jr. mess. She couldn't leave the Cocalina alone. That's why that baby has disabilities. Okay? That's word on the curve. That's allegedly. But I was done with her when she was on Love and Hip Hop and using Medicaid. I was done. And then making up storylines with Fetty Wap because he was going broke. Talking about that's your kid, father. Chill.
People don't realize if you don't go vote, there's a chance that the other person can win. So get up.
Duh. Tell us something we don't know, Alexis.
And go vote because it's super important. If you want Trump to win, go vote for him. If you want the other one to win.
Duh. She sound dumb. She sound all the way dumb. But she'll do anything for a piece of change. And including sacrifice her kid and being a mama. All right? Because I basically felt like this with Alexis. I felt like I wanted to drop kick her. Like, she is getting dumber by the word.
Then go vote for her.
All right. Well, there it is.
It's Kamala. I don't know how to say her name. I didn't want to
Kamala.
say it. Oh.
Vice President Kamala Harris.
Camilla.
She can't even pronounce her name. And let's not forget, Alexis is not from here. She a Caribbean gal. She ain't even from here. So then she realized the dragation, the backlash that comes with this, and she denounces it. She says, the interview I did regarding voting was done prior to Trump's statement on the Department of Education. Initially, I wanted to vote for Trump for my own personal reasons. After familiarizing myself with both candidates, I will no longer be voting for him. What the? You don't even vote. You don't even vote, Alexis. You don't even vote. Why are you lying? This is the extent people go through. You think Amber Rose got a good check from Trump? She did. That's why she running around here, and they don't mind even making a fool of themselves. They don't mind. They don't mind endorsing racists. Okay. Take a break from Alexis Scott. You know what I mean? Because what is this Trump secretary? Oh, his daughter-in-law. Okay, here we go.
A lot of people feel that Trump is racist. And what do you say to that? You know, in 73, of course, it was when he got sued for not renting to African Americans, and 89 when he took out the ad in the paper. And
well, I think that's ridiculous. I've known this man for 16 years, and you can go to each of those incidents, and there was never any proof of anything with the houses that you're talking about.
he settled off for that though.
Yeah, they settled that. That was. And
racism comes in all forms. It doesn't always have to be. It doesn't have to be visible. Some racist people, they're racist in their actions. Okay, so how do you explain this, Alexis? Why were you backing up a racist? Answer that question.
And there was no admission of anything there. Central Park 5. There were so many people. You had a Democrat governor, Democrat DA who prosecuted the guys, and they admitted to it. There were a lot of people in New York
they were
at that time.
exonerated and freed, and there was never an apology, never sorry.
Right, and he went on to defame them.
I will say that you have to look at somebody and what they actually have done. And Donald Trump really was very beneficial to the Black community.
How? Because he doesn't outwardly say it? Oh, because he had Omarosa on his show in the White House? That doesn't make him racist, huh? Okay.
When he was in the White House. I will say I've never seen this man say a racist thing. I think the attacks are fairly...
His niece says otherwise. His niece says his niece confirmed that he's a racist.
Why is that funny, Charlamagne?
I'm just like, it's hysterical. But I mean,
Charlamagne,
people act like there's no such thing as Google, or we don't have TV. We don't have
what
radio.
Is it that you think that's?
No, they want us to act blind, like it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. You know those microaggressions that we're supposed to just ignore it, Naughty Crew.
That he said.
When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're bringing drugs. They're bringing crime. They're rapists.
This morning, a bitter backlash after President Trump referred to Haiti and African nations as S-hole countries.
Shithole countries. That's what he said. That's not racist? Ciao.
During a meeting on immigration Thursday.
This remark by the President of the United States smacks of blatant racism.
Here's what I'll say. This is a man who, as I said in the beginning, was beloved by so many people in this country. Mm-hmm. And he was friends with everybody.
A lot of celebrities.
Jesse Jackson, by the way.
Please.
His rainbow.
And then conveniently, this racist brings, they always got to show their Black relationships as proof that they're not racist. So she brings up Jesse Jackson. Are y'all convinced? I'm not convinced.
Don't do that. He had Black friends. That's not going to work.
No. He let them stay rent free.
She said, don't. That's the first thing these racists go to. Well, I have Black friends, so that you can still be a racist.
In one of his buildings, the Rainbow Coalition, because he felt like at the time that was a very important thing. You can go pick apart somebody all you want. It is a traditional talking point to attack Republicans, to call them racist. But when you look at the things that he wants for this country, he wants every person to be successful. He wants Black Americans to be successful, Hispanic Americans to be successful.
I disagree. Donald Trump's only wants him to be successful. Donald Trump wants to stay out of prison, and that's why he's running in the first place. I disagree. The gaslighting is real. This is how you get love bombed, Naughty Crew.
Women to be successful. And he worked that way when he was in the White House. And whether you want to talk about actually funding in perpetuity historically Black colleges and universities, whether you want to talk about the First Step Act that allowed 30,000 nonviolent felons to be released from prison, who the 1994 crime bill actually put in prison, these are things that really have, I feel like, spoken to a lot of people. But more so than anything, the economy right now is such that I don't care who you are, it is hurting you. And it is something that he wants to fix. He wants every American to have their shot at the American dream.
I can't with her anymore. I can't. Well, on the telling that, Alexis, so that's who you voting for, right? That's who you voting for, Alexis. That's the man you are voting for, that you endorse happily without doing your homework.
But I'm voting for Trump.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get right to the point.
Let's talk about
voting
it.
for Trump.
What's the energy behind it? What's the thought process
I
behind
just
it?
feel like when Trump was around, I just feel like things were different. But people have their opinion on him. I do think that Trump could be a little extra, but he gets the job done.
A little extra. A little extra. Ciao. Well, on the tail end of that, shout out to the Central Park 5. We'll get back to Alexis in a minute, okay? Because she got some more stuff with her. Shout out to the Shade Room. The Central Park 5 sued Donald Trump over defamation, followed presidential debate.
This is the most divisive presidency in the history of our country. There's never been anything like it. They're destroying our country, and they come up with things like what she just said. Going back many, many years, when a lot of people, including Mayor Bloomberg, agreed with me on the Central Park 5, they admitted, they said, they pled guilty. And I said, well, if they pled guilty, they badly hurt a person, killed a person ultimately. And if they pled guilty, then they pled, we're not guilty. But this is a person that has to stretch back years, 40.
So the 5 men maintained their innocence throughout their trial conviction and year spent in prison before they were exonerated in 2002 following the confession of a convicted rapist and murderer, Matias Reyes. Trump has, in claims dating back to 1989, repeatedly asserted the men are guilty of the crime and said during the 2016 presidential election, the fact that the case was settled with so much evidence against them is outrageous. You see how they love the gaslight? It's good for them. Get your money, see? You know, they were awarded all that money from the state of New York, and now they're using it to sue Donald Trump. And that's what you call karma, okay? Shut your mouth if you don't know what you're talking about. All right, so, Alexis Sky, you reap what you sow, because on the tail end of that, her talking about she endorsing Trump, her so-called friend is exposing her for laying a pause on him. So you see a pattern? Black China decided to change her life and get sober and go on a purity journey and get right with God. And she's out here doing Mommy and Me videos with Dream Kardashian, right? But she expects us to forget about the trafficking allegations that are against her. And then boom, she's hit with a domestic DV lawsuit, right? All right, Alexis Sky comes out here to talk about she's changing her life and she's going to start drinking, just dressing different, and she's on this purity journey. And now she is denouncing it. It's not for her and endorsing Trump, right? So here's her best friend, I guess, former friend. I don't know. Nowadays, like, nobody's your friend. I'm sorry. I thought I was sharing. Shout out to the Shade Room.
So here's a little story time, you guys. On Friday, I was walking into my apartment complex and I wasn't even at the door. And my former best friend, Alexis Sky, walked in out of it. I'm going to just say out of it. And she had 2 other people with me and she assaulted me. I tried to turn around and walk away. She punched me in my face. And then the other girl came in, punching me in the face. And then a guy came in. They were kicking me in my rib cage. I have a fractured rib. Knocked one of my veneers out. Yeah. Knocked one of my teeth out. And it was just really, really bad. You guys, I'm scared. Like, she's been making threats against me. I can't go to my house. She's been doing a lot of personal attacks towards me and talking about me and my health and talking about me.
So what this tells me, they do all of this, but these chicks are really evil. Same thing. You see the same thing with Krishan Rock. Now she wants us to believe that she's not this bully that she has been, this tyrant, menace to society.
And just really doing a lot, but to physically attack me is uncalled for. You guys, I was attacked. I was hurt. And it really bothered me, you guys. I can't do this. So here's a little story time, you.
So he posted, his name is Anthony Gaskin. He says, Alexis Skies and 2 others that jumped on me. When someone you consider family and close friend assaults you, but then has other people jump on you, a stop has to be made. The images you are seeing of myself are just the start. I have been emotionally distraught and physically beaten to the core. When a person loves money and fame more than her own child, and she leaves with random strangers in Atlanta, don't tend to. I had to stop and think, if she don't give a fuck about who watches her kid, how could she care about me? This story has twists and turns, but the fight for justice has just began. All right, to get jumped and assaulted is not right, and to be lied on as far as your sexual health is not only a jab, it's very offensive and very hurting, especially when this stuff is not true. I'm prepared to stand up for myself and not to take I'm sorry for a response, because the verbal abuse has gone on too long, and now getting physically attacked has not only affected me and my business, my self-esteem has dropped, and faith in good, solid friendships has went out the door. I'm standing up for other gay males in the industry that have and are being mistreated, in the words of Whitney Houston. It's not right and it's not okay. Yeah, but they be thirsty to be around these folks. It's crazy. All right, what was this? There's no dates, but he posted Alexis Scott put her hands on the wrong one. Nothing negative was said about Lele. I love her child. I mentioned her parenting. Everyone knows she lacks when it comes to being a mom. I was trying to support her. And see what they all do, they start going live with their kids. I did notice that Alexis Scott started going live with her daughter all of a sudden. Black China doing the same thing. And Krishan does the same thing with Junior. Now, I'm going to close the show with Krishan, because I'm about tired of people feeding into this narrative. She is working. Zeus done, she needed a bag. So Zeus done let her get another show called God's Plan. And that's why you see her getting all this footage. It's all an act, people. Now, she's been getting exposed all over everywhere. But we already knew this over here at Naughty Love Movement, because I've been talking about Junior not being blue faces. They tried to play in our face, even Carlissa, and try to say it was Blue Baby, because they need Carlissa gonna clout chase off of anybody. She'll clout chase off of my dead grandma if she could. Okay? But she knows that ain't his baby. Just like Krishan knows that's not Blueface baby. But she need Blueface name to stay relevant. She got a court date and yeah. So to all you hard-headed rock tarts, she playing in y'all face, and this is what they do. And I damn near called it. I said, why she come out here and try to act like she changed? And everybody like, oh, you know, maybe she did really change. Let's give her grace. She could play with y'all. She ain't gonna play with me. She need a check. And unfortunately, she is using Junior as a pawn in this whole process. Now, it came out over the weekend, like that she's on a run from CPS. Her former clout chasing friends, they exposing her all over everywhere. Okay. I was just like, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. And I just feel bad for Junior in the process because he needs to get some help. It's obvious there's some developmental issues there. He's 13 months old and he's still not walking. From what I hear, he's not even on solid foods. Like, he's not progressing normally. Okay. It's sad. What time is it? Because I gotta get ready. All right, we got a few more minutes. It's sad. Ciao. So yeah, her friends, her former friends, or whatever you want to call them, they're exposing her left and right. There's no loyalty from anyone or whatever, and people are breaking their silence. Why? Because she's not paying them and she mistreated them while they're there. Like, Krishan's turnover is crazy with her camp. All right. I mean, she's not with the people that she started with, and she falls out with everybody. So allegedly, and shout out to CC Bad BBW. Allegedly, these are text messages from her ex friend Marciane. Right. She is the one that came to the courthouse to rescue Junior because the adults that were there were just clout chasing off the poor baby. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, but then they want to come online. They want to come online. It's this dumbness. They all dumb. That whole circus is dumb, period. Or whatever. And they want to come online and act like they care, and they really don't. That's what I mean. And notice, you haven't heard anything from Papa Blue, y'all. He tried there for a little bit. That last when he was trying to act like he was with DJ Sky or whatever, but you notice he been gone. I wonder what's going on. Are we on a binger? All right, so allegedly these are text messages leaked from Marciane, which I think are it's kind of like the Kim Porter book, you know. I think it's like two truths and a lie here, okay? Because number one, we don't know where these came from. All right, there's no proof of that this is her. So we're just going to entertain it. Okay. So Marciane supposedly says she used to be in that exposing Krishan Reddit every day. She had notifications on anytime somebody posted in there. And she would be the first to see it. If you pay attention to her lives, you can hear the Reddit notifications going off. So this person says it's at 991. So I'm not surprised that she is in the subreddit. That would explain her trying to stage Junior's milestones, okay? And she has propped Junior up in walkers with pillows behind him, trying to make us believe that boy is developing. Like, you could see. So then she said, exactly, bro. I would be doing her lasses and she would be showing me posts from Reddit and saying stuff like, they saying he can't walk and he can't hold himself up. I'ma post a picture of him in his walker later. And I would be like, Chrissy, he can't though. And she would say, I gotta make them think it. He could otherwise, or they gonna be saying he messed up because I was drinking, but wasn't even drinking that much. She's sick as fuck. Yo, and that's just the bottom line. Like, this baby didn't have a chance because you were trying to kill it. How many times we heard Krishan say she was going to kill the baby? Okay. So that's just a brief. I'm not reading through this whole thing, but it's basically set up to expose Krishan. And I'm like, why now? Like, because it was all good when y'all was profiting clout off of her and things like that. And here, what happens is she made them a bunch of empty promise, and ultimately they got the short end of the stick because she ain't really had that money. Well, also her other friend Janet, she's also talking about she's also exposing Krishan, and I'm just like, y'all snakes in the grass. Like, don't tell it now. Here we go. Hold on. Shout out to Black Tea Queens.
You convinced her to help Junior. I did. My cousin is a specialist. Like, I did the best I could. My cousin works with autistic children. She works one-on-one with all kinds of children. It don't matter if you're autistic, if you're not, if you're a regular children, like, we offered the help as much as we can. Like, my cousin is literally has her BA in all of this. It's like when people are in denial of stuff, it's like you can't help people when they're in denial of what's actually going on in reality. Like, I get, oh, we're all prayed up, we just have faith, but faith comes with work. You just can't have faith and just sit around and have faith. It's like you got to put the work in too. Like, that's how God is going to repay you. If you put the work in, not just gossiping around other people and be like, oh, whatever the fuck you do and gossip around and sit around people all day and judge them all day. Like, you are not God. So it's like, if you trying to judge over here, we could judge you and you probably going to get the shorter stick at the end because you did worse shit than us and we was just backing you up. And to
Okay, that's Jay exposing her. They exposing her everywhere, child.
your life, like, you're miserable with your life. Like, we're not miserable with our lives. Leave us alone. Stop calling. Stop calling. If you're trying to reach me, call me. Don't call Kevin. Like, he got a girl. Like, leave him alone. The fuck? Like, don't lie either and be like, oh, I was trying to call Jay and try to call your baby daddy. Like, none of that, bro. Nobody wants you around here. So it's like, take your negative energy and all that, like, out somewhere where, I don't know, put that energy towards something else, something positive, like how we are over here. Your life, like, you're miserable with your life. Like, we're not miserable with our lives. Leave us alone. Stop calling.
Now everybody want to talk, right? Now everybody want to spill the beans and expose Krishan when y'all knew who she was before. And y'all knew who she was. And now that y'all ain't getting y'all money, everybody want to talk. And here comes Smiley. I refuse to even entertain her. You know, but what's this?
So he's like, the baby's over there with you. The baby's gonna be wherever I go. He's gonna be protected. He's gonna be safe. He's gonna be with his mom. You know why? Because when I had a funny feeling when I left him with Marsh, I paid his $1,000 an hour. That's why when he woke up trying to take the baby, she was like, "You gonna take me too?" Till Krishan get to us, because respectfully, that's what she paid for. So yeah. So he's like,
why you don't want his daddy to take him? She ain't got no money. She ain't got no $1,000 an hour. Her money not even that long. And so then her sister tried to troll the situation and try to say that Marsh and Jay stole money from Krishan. Like, coming from this con artist to try to make us believe that she was hiring a lawyer for Krishan by posting a consultation. They all scammers. The whole family, they all scammers. You hear me? So over it. But Jay, she kept going. Let me see. Here's another one.
Oh, blue this, blue that. Just like him. Like you, like literally. Like y'all all the same. If anything, at least he really looked out for real. Because when he tried to hand me money, you got mad that he was paying me for my work. He was like, "Oh, I was supposed to," but it's like you never did. You never try and pay this. Like when Lemmy tried and be like, "Hey Jay, I want to hire you," you was like, "Nah, I got her," but you never really got me. Like you really didn't. You never really paid me. Everybody else paid me on your behalf, and there was like, Jay deserves to get paid, and you was like, "No, I got her," and it was like, when did you really got me? Like you put me under a roof that I didn't need. My family owns property out here. I don't.
But y'all was willing to be her flunkies though. She straight sunned y'all. Made y'all work for free. Oh my God.
I don't need your shelter. Like I could go rent an apartment. My family.
None of that would have went on if y'all would have got a contract.
Owns apartment complexes. So it's like, I don't have to be under you. I was there for you. So for you to not even be like, "Oh, thank you at all for anything," that's messed up. Because I blue this, blue that. Just like him. Like you, like every time you're wrong, you don't own up to it. You just hide behind the Bible and be like, "God's gonna forgive me." But it's like all these other people around you, you're hurting them. So it's like you just gotta own up to that and really be a good person and apologize to the people that you actually hurt. Like don't just hide behind the Bible. And that's not a good like trait. That's a manipulation tactic. Like you always talk about, "Oh, blue this, blue that." Just like him. Like you, like literally, like y'all all the same. Every time you're wrong, you don't own up to. I literally sat there and I didn't take no. Like when she would try to give me pills, like I didn't take them. Like yeah, I would put it in my hand, but I wouldn't put it in my mouth. Like I'd be like, "Bitch, you just keep pressuring me to do drugs. Like I don't want to do drugs. I'm grieving right now. My dad died," and she had the audacity to tell my fiance like she should just keep herself. Like y'all think that is friend like? Like I was there for her when she wanted to do all this. I let her in my home. I saw her cry and everything, and it's like you're gonna mistreat me when I was there for you and say you owe da da da. Like no, you're just wrong, bro. You're wrong. And it's like every time you're wrong, you don't own up to it. You just hide behind the Bible and be like, "God's gonna forgive me." But it's like all these other people around you, you're hurting them. So it's like you just gotta own up to that and really be a good person and apologize to the people that you actually hurt. Like don't just hide behind the Bible. And that's not a good like trait. That's a manipulation. I literally sat there and I didn't take no. Like when she would try to give me pills, like I didn't. Why are you doing this, Jay? Because I'm tired of like the harassment, the mistreatment. Like I'm like the last thing Krishan said to me was, "Jay, you need to stand up for yourself." So I'm like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna stand up for myself from everybody then, even you." So it's like, yeah, this is why I'm doing this, because I'm finally standing up for myself. Like I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. So it's like, if you're the one that started it, you started this by talking about me first. Like the fuck? You talked about me first. Nobody talked about you first. I know that you're talking about me because the little fans say, Krishan said this, Krishan said that. Krishan, you sit around talk about people with random people that you don't even know. That's gossiping. That's why you make me gossip. Like, this is not you making me get out of character.
Or you could choose not to acknowledge her. I mean, because I'm just the timing of it is strange to me. But the girl is going to jail. That's another reason why she had to clean up her image. She's going to jail. She has her court date coming up for her probation hearing, and she has other warrants to answer for. I don't know why people try to turn a blind eye. So I don't care how much you dress this girl up and things like that. She gonna get some time, just like Blueface got time or whatever. It's ridiculous. But she's been being exposed, and who I feel for is Junior, because he's suffering. He's the one suffering in all of this because that baby needs help, and she don't care. I don't care what nobody say. Oh, she's a mother, and she don't care. She didn't have Junior because she wanted him. He's legit a clout baby.
That was the whole, process of.
And shout out to Corey Lombardi. But notice how hard Junior started crying.
Okay. I'm sorry. Why your feelings be hurt like that? Okay. You have me crying.
Like who else?
Yes, Papa.
Only do not rebel against the Lord. Don't turn back. Don't fear the people of the land, for they are our bread. Their protection has departed from them, and the Lord.
Actually.
Come on, Mom.
You see your face?
Come on, Mom.
Like, you just doing it for yourself. It's like you're doing it to let people know, like just take it as it is. Like, you just already fucked up. And it's like, I get you're trying to get yourself, but it's like, do it the right way. Do it the actual right way. Don't like try to make all these people believe you and be like, oh yeah, she's actually changing. Because when I was on FaceTime,
I don't believe it. I don't believe it, Naughty Crow. She ain't changing. It's all in act. It's all in act. All these people are pretending and playing in our face. That's what you see. And all their masks are falling off. All their secrets are being revealed. What's done in the dark will come to light, and that's what the light is being shined. Okay. And all these deviants are being exposed. All right. And then last but not least, the bodyguard come forward discussing Jamie Foxx and tie him to the Diddy situation. But we all kind of knew it. It's getting louder and louder.
What are some of the things that you heard behind the scenes that were going on before this indictment actually dropped?
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
We're talking about what was it, a year or two ago or so, when Jamie Foxx got real sick and everybody said he had a stroke.
Yes.
We're talking about that, or talking about something different?
I'm talking about that.
I didn't want you to see me with tubes running out of me and trying to figure out if I was gonna make it through.
You're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this.
Wow.
All right. So, I mean, this year is definitely going to end with a bang. Okay, Naughty Crew. Let me see what y'all saying in these comments. I'm gonna get. Oh, let me not forget that Ronnie, he clout chasing. He changed the baby profile, his profile picture to Junior. And my thing is with him, you see your child suffering, go get your child. Go get your child. Do what you got to do to get your child. So annoying, but it's more important for you to clout chase. Sorry, guys. Ronnie with some story repost, okay? Look, the parents. Look. He trolling the situation. And then he kept saying, no junior slander will be tolerated. Count your days. So to me, he is fishing for money because they have. Oh, sorry, I didn't even show it. To me, Ronnie is on a cloud chase, fishing for money, trying to get money for these interviews because the big story is gonna be. Even though we already know you're the father, you're the father. So he trying to get a check out of it too. And who's suffering? Junior is suffering as a result of this. It's sad the way they're using that baby as a pawn. And from what I could tell, they saying the baby's not even eating solid food. He's still on milk. Like, make it make sense. That's the only thing I care about is the child. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm siding Marsh and Jay. Like, cause y'all knew this was going down and y'all still supported the monster anyway. You enabled her. Right. She needs to be reported, and all her siblings that's enabling this shit. Right. How did she mother when she wasn't a mother? He said facts. No, allegedly. He said facts. Clock that. All of them. All of them. And so now they want to clout chase off the situation instead of getting that baby some help. Yes, St. Hudson, he's still on Melka in a newborn car seat. So, like, why people don't see why are they enabling her to keep that baby sick? Now, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we know Junior been from Maryland to Cali, and now he in Oklahoma. How that child got stable medical care when he all over the place? Junior been on tour since he came out the womb. Make that make sense. I don't know, Naughty Crew. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Right. Right. But they want us to believe that she's reformed and changed. Just like Alexis Sky wanted us to believe that she reformed and changed. When the fact is, being a Christian, you don't bring in as much money. Not until you really, really um commit to like a church home and things like that. And they see you got a talent, but the fact is they don't have talent. What was outside of modeling they BBLs, what talent do these girls have? Your Black Chinas and your Alexis Sky, they getting older now. So where they gonna get? They done made their bag off of looks all these years. And so now you're getting older, and it's like, oh my God, what am I gonna do for money? Yeah. Oh, I'll turn my life over to the Lord. But it that's why Alexis Sky had to change back. She had to go back to the show. Why? Because turning to the Lord, it's not as lucrative as she's accustomed to her lifestyle. If you just live humble and don't become a label whore and just live simple and things like that, you can make it on the word of the Lord. Okay. But she's accustomed to a certain lifestyle, that yachting life. If she's not on a monitor, she's gonna run. She thought but remember, Chris Sharp thought Junior was gonna keep her out of jail. The judges don't care about that. They send people to prison pregnant. They don't care. Right. You don't have to repeat the same mistakes that your parents did. I think it's beyond that. Unfortunately, like, because if Krishan would have intervened with his health issues early on, he could be normal. He could develop into a normal functioning child. But the delay it's gonna hurt Junior, and it's sad. It makes me sad for him. It makes me sad for him because he don't even have to suffer, but his mother is too much of a fucking knucklehead, and she too busy trying to be in front of the camera and be famous. She don't really care about Junior like that, and that's why she wasn't. Look, when they was walking her in handcuffs, she didn't even care about her child. She wasn't even thinking. I would have been in tears. Like, I gotta make arrangements for my baby. I gotta make arrangements for my baby, or something. She ain't breathe a word. She's a liar, and I just talk the truth to my naughty crew, and I ain't even beat for it anymore. That's why you don't see me covering her that much or whatever. I'll wait till they sentence her. We'll see how much time she gets. But I just hope somebody step up and help that baby for real. Because his parents, they're retarded. They're on the show, excuse me, and I don't mean to insult anybody. I'm sorry. His parents ain't shit. I'm sorry. His parents ain't shit. And Ronnie's sitting back. Now you want to claim him subtly. You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, yo. I don't like the way they exploited the baby. I don't like the way they exploited the baby. But Blue, he been telling us all along, Naughty Crew, that she wasn't shit and that she was a liar. And we didn't believe him because she tried to make us believe that he was abusing her, even though they was knocking each other upside the head. I think it was more her than him or whatever. But yeah, it's all lies. It's all lies. Yeah. Zeus is definitely complicit. It was all on that show. Her talking about, I want to get rid of the baby. I don't want no baby no more. You I believe in her mind, she thought she was going to take as many drugs, as many pills. She was trying to delete that baby herself. And he made it. Junior was strong enough to make it. They've been exploiting God too. Absolutely, Saint Husband. It's all a ploy. And for the life of me, I don't know why people still fall for it. I really, really don't. I don't understand. Like, she has a fan base though. This is the people, like, Hollywood jacked up, and now we going to the hood to get these degenerates and making them famous. Absolutely. That pastor she brought all that money to, report them. Blueface posted on his Twitter that the baby wasn't his. It was scientifically proven, and he said it on the live. And she's still trying to draw this narrative like Junior is his. And then Carlissa trying to clout chase off of it. Like, that baby look just like Ronnie. Stop it. That's why he posting all these pictures now. Look, just like, and Blueface already said it, but they love to play in your face. They love to play in your face. Like we slow or dumb. Like we don't know no better. And now all these friends that enabled her behavior wants to expose her. Why didn't you expose her when she was drinking and smoking? Why didn't we see y'all exposing her then? Only Tasiki was the only one like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that to the baby. Remember? Ain't this Gucci line cute? I'm feeling these new Gucci bags. Go ahead, Solange. I'm feeling these new Gucci bags. Oh my God. Did you?
There is a rumor that Kourtney Kardashian's child, Rain, is actually fathered by Justin Bieber. When Rain would have been conceived back in March 2014, Kourtney and Scott weren't on good terms. So when the baby came around in December and looks just like Justin Bieber, people had questions. One source revealed Kourtney's already admitted to friends that she and Justin have been intimate. She hasn't been with Scott in a long time. So the math is pretty clear. It would have to be a Bieber baby, which this story story actually made headlines at the time. You could see magazine covers calling this out, and actually Scott wanted a paternity test. This is something that Kourtney agreed to when it came to their son Mason, because there were also questions there. That's another video. But for whatever reason, Kourtney refused when it came to Reign. It doesn't help that Justin...
They just be hoeing around, them Kardashians. They just be hoeing around. All right, guys, I got to go ahead and get out of here. I'm about to go and have me some pasta flights. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Wasn't he a minor? We know how the Kardashians love a minors. They not like us. They not like us. They not like us. I love you all. I hope you all have a beautiful evening. I just wanted to jump on here and shoot the shit with y'all real quick to give my opinion about different topics. Alexis Sky, her money was running low being a Christian, so that's why she back out here on the stroll, okay? Krishan is filming a show. She is working. There's nothing godly about that girl, okay? Just look at her actions. And I will never, ever believe she changed. I think she's the most manipulative, deviant, sexual Jezebel, okay, that slept her way into the industry and set up Blueface, okay? She does not have good character. That's why I don't feel bad for J.M. Marsh, okay? The woman is online saying that she deleted a man. Yep, your friend. She deleted a man. Okay? So y'all knew who she was, but y'all wanted the clout anyway. Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.